Good afternoon. Here is the national news from BGI TV, Baba Gbagede Imo Television. I'm Jibril Munirat. First are the major highlights for the national news. APC primary, sorting and counting underway. I know your fears. I am prepared to deliver, Professor Yemi Osinbajo says. Presidential primary, APC asks to place Yaya Bello on suicide watch. Owo massacre, church confirms 38 deaths, plans mass burial for unidentified corpses. Jungle justice, suspected robber set ablaze in Uyo. Finally, one dead, another hospitalized as building collapses in Kano market. Now the news in details. The sorting of votes by national delegates has commenced at the presidential primary election of the All Progressives Congress. The ballot casting exercise to determine the fate of aspirants, which was carried out by 2,340 delegates, started at about 2:40 a.m. and at 7:45 a.m. The 6-hour voting process ended with a few delegates still hanging around in a near-empty field of Eagle Square. However, feelers from the convention ground in Abuja indicated that the battle for the sole presidential ticket is still down to former Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, Senate President Ahmed Lawan, and the national leader of the party, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The winner is expected to be declared in a few hours. 14 aspirants are still in the race. The Vice President of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, has assured delegates of the All Progressives Congress of solving Nigerians' challenges. He gave the assurance at the ongoing National Convention of APC in Abuja. The presidential aspirants urged the delegates to vote for the aspirants they believe in. He also asked the delegates to vote for an aspirant they trust. According to the VP, Nigeria can have a first-class healthcare system and education with the right leadership. He said, I know your hopes and fears. I am prepared for the task that lies ahead. I will be ready from day one. I will deliver. The All Progressives Congress, APC, has been urged to place one of its presidential aspirants, Yaya Bello, on suicide watch. Reno Omokuri, a sociopolitical commentator, alleged that Bello may be suffering from severe depression. In a tweet, the former aide to ex-president Goodluck Jonathan wrote, "The APC should put Yaya Bello on suicide watch. This may sound like a joke, but I'm deadly serious." The man is experiencing severe depression right now. All the cash is spent down the drain. Meanwhile, Kogi workers and pensioners are waiting for him. Prior to the commencement of the APC presidential primary election, there were insinuations that the Kogi state governor was asked to step down from the presidential race. This many believed was the reason he angrily left a meeting of APC governors a few days ago. Authorities of the Diocese of Ondo on Tuesday said 38 persons have so far been confirmed dead in the Sunday terrorist attack on St. Francis Catholic Church, Owo, Ondo State. The diocesan bishop, Jude Arogundade, disclosed this in an interview with The Punch. Gunmen had on Sunday attacked the church located at Owaluwa Street in Owo, the hometown of the state governor, Rotimi Akeredolu, leaving many parishioners dead and several others injured. But Arogundade said the diocese had been able to account for 38 victims. He, however, said some families picked up corpses of their loved ones and those who could not be accounted for by the diocese. A suspected robber accused of terrorizing people living in Uyo metropolis has been lynched after a failed robbery attempt at a popular boutique close to the government house in Uyo, Akwa Ibom state capital. The deceased, identified as Tempo, was killed and his body dismembered before it was set ablaze. An eyewitness who pleaded anonymity told Daily Post that the deceased, along with his syndicate, stormed the compound for their nefarious act, but someone saw them and began to shout. She said the deceased colleagues escaped, leaving him behind, which made the youth of the area to mobilize and overpower him despite his charms. He said, "We were woken up by the shout of thief this early morning at about 4:30 a.m. So we immediately rallied the youth, who cooperated and stormed the compound. And while his colleagues fled, he was unlucky to be caught. The youth tried to administer instant judgment on him, but machete could not penetrate him. It was after the boys chained his legs, cut some charms from his waist, that the cord started piercing his body. Thereafter, his body was laced with petrol and set on fire." Finally, a 20-year-old construction worker, Abdulkadir Nasiru, lost his life while his co-worker, Nasiru Shafiu, sustained injuries as the 3-story building collapsed in Kanti Kwari Textile Market in Kano State yesterday. 2 of the 3 floors of the buildings have been completed, while the 3rd floor is under construction when it collapsed around 12:35 p.m. An eyewitness, who preferred not to be mentioned, said a lot of buildings in the market do not conform to professional standards. He noted that people add extra floors to their buildings without professional advice. Confirming the incident to Vanguard, spokesperson of the Kano State Fire Service, Saminu Yusuf, attributed the cause of the incident to the use of substandard building materials. According to him, "We received a distress call from noon on Tuesday about the incident. A 2-story building under construction collapsed in Unity Road, Kanti Kwari Market. 2 persons were trapped inside the building. One, Abdulkadir Nasir, 20-year-old, was rescued, while the other, Nasiru Shafiu, 30-year-old, was recovered dead. The corpse was evacuated to Nasarawa Specialist Hospital." That was the news, but before we go, here's a quick recap of our major highlights once again. APC primary, sorting and counting underway. "I know your fears. I am prepared to deliver," Professor Yemi Oshibajo says. Presidential primary, APC asked to place Yaya Bello on suicide watch. Owo massacre, church confirms 38 deaths, plans mass burial for unidentified corpses. Jungle justice, suspected robber set ablaze in Uyo. Finally, 1 dead, another hospitalized as building collapses in Kano Market. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media pages. On Facebook, Gbagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. On Instagram, Gbagede Imo_22. On YouTube, Baba Gbagede Imo TV. Kindly click on the red subscribe button, like, comment, and share. For advert placement, please call the number showing on your screen. Thank you for watching. Good afternoon once again. I'm Jibril Munirat.